the cloud.
Is sewer, this is a rescind, you guys actually signed. So it was an error.
It's already signed, what do we need to do?
You just need to sign the cover sheet?
Just the cover sheet.
Yeah.
See this?
No, you can sign it.
Yeah, it was just.
Yeah.
We need to make a motion. Sign the monthly list of payments. Price rescinded. Okay, so this is just an update.
Yeah, so actually you guys had signed. The one that goes to, the tax collector.
Sign the corrected number of the sewer enterprise. Roll call.
That's what.
Motion made and seconded, any discussion?
Also. So, you have to revert. That's what that form is, and then we have the correct.
Sign the abatement. Amount of $10.16 for sewer abatements.
Sewer. Yeah, we have a rescinded.
Motion made and seconded, any discussion? All those in favor? Aye.
And now we're gonna posting, so it's all. Is that still sewer?
Discussion? All those in favor? Aye.
On that, transfer their plates, transfer their vehicles.
The motor vehicle abatements for on C now? Okay.
What time period is this? Oh, 6.
It's for this month. So I think you should have the dates on there when they were posted.
I move that we sign the motor vehicle abatements in the amount of $14,360.99.
Dealers will, try to collect their money. They have up to 3 years to go back and 2021s that took place in 2022. Yeah, what we have up here, when we plug it in.
Sign the abatements for 2021, motor vehicle abatements in the amount of $1,844.54.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Any? Here's another comment.
This is true, I am. Okay, so this. So this is the 5-year rollback on the acre. Yeah, they're gonna pay this amount. Yep, and then they're gonna do.
Something about $106 is going to be paid
Yeah.
somewhere else.
Yeah. 106 is for the new lien. That gets.
What in the packet, there was something that was a note that said,
This one is actually rollback tax, the other one is a release. I'll explain when I get to that. That's gonna be put in the solar. Yep, you have to sign, I think you have to sign.
collected.
Yes. If you can fit it, if not.
Sign the, rollback tax for Joanne Racine Living Trust, amount of $1573.70.
Seconded, any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
That's all.
So, this is Cabral, who abuts that property. Yep.
So, I move that we sign the, nominee trust in the amount of
See,
This was Cabral.
Did you vote them?
This is.
oh, so the motion was on.
It says JEC nominee trust.
Oh,
Okay, gotcha, all right, gotcha.
Late notice of application for Reed Brothers. And so the market value for this year,
Is there still
Yeah, I think it was Roger Cast, right?
This is the land that's on.
Yeah, so what happened was, it's right on the time. And, let's see, Wanda was filing. that has been sold to a certain time, because she had to reapply for what was left. It's all whole thing off, and she just missed it. This was, we were hoping we could do something, obviously, if it's such an important part of the community. But our hands are tied by the state, like, hey, if you don't get this in time, you get stuck. So we kind of have to do this, but we're trying to work something else, like getting it back into chapter at some point.
Yeah, they're gonna go back in.
They're gonna go back in.
Wasn't one way to do an exception, wasn't there?
Well,
Come up with a way.
this came up from Carol, who's still on the board. Somebody's gonna be allowed to look at this and audit.
Right, so it's a minimal amount, it's right, a little.
So instead of being a reduced value with a commercial rate, it's the market value with a residential.
And
Taking everything out. Well, Tony, I mean, the 2
that's just
acres,
too much.
5 years for Tony, so this is the remaining.
All right, it's 5 years for Tony.
I could have sworn that this was something that was referred to as like to designate, you know, that it was a.
It's something you
If that,
definitely.
I'll tell you what, if that. No.
Would it be possible to put this off until our next meeting?
Yeah.
So we can. So
Yeah.
I move that we postpone this meeting, the notice of late application, for.
Second, any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
So this one is, property, that the lien needs to be released. It was given to the, Basin Commission, but it was never released. So Lisa found it out there in limbo, so, she went to conservation, discussed it, and they're gonna pay the fee
Go to the registry.
for the registry to have it released, because it kind of was missed, they already assumed they had it. I think there might have been a deed transfer, but it's still, the lien's still out there.
Right, okay.
So it's technically changing classification because it's being owned by the town.
I think it's been under that it's owned by the town. Cody Dyer has the lien at the registry.
Well, the lead for me is like the bank.
So when he, yes. So I think the deed was already completed. Yeah.
Just recently passed, so.
Exactly, it was something that.
Deed search in the future, it only says town of Dyke Conservation. Is what they'll have.
Yeah, I think,
This here is of a tax lien. So we have a tax lien on this property?
so that is what, our chapter, when we put a lien on the property, that is so we can get that 5-year rollback if they pull it out.
Okay.
So that is
Right,
the
right,
tax
right.
part of it.
This is changing classification because it's leaving Otis's ownership.
It's no longer taxable.
It's no longer.
Right, but if you're keeping it in, it would go over and it would go into the back tax. Okay.
I move that we sign the release of classified forest agricultural, horticultural, recreational land tax lien for,
We got a couple more of those, to say.
Otis Dyer et al.
Mitch, motion made in second, any discussion? All in favor? Aye. What is one good man?
It's 95,
He
I
wrote it,
said.
he wrote it. Did you really? I didn't know Junior, I could see.
Well, his
He
daughter's
owns like
still
half
alive.
Rome.
Go in and see.
That's the one we just.
Yeah, with the rollback, and then we have one further down that is re-recorded.
Okay. I move that we sign the release of the tax lien for.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion made in second, any discussion?
Buys acres that are impacted.
I move that we sign the new tax lien for,
Motion made and seconded, so all those in favor? All in favor?
Aye. lien for JDC Nominee Trust, JD Nominee Trust.
Today, so this is the dollar amount and nothing you guys have to sign, it's,
We're just looking at it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I assume you have to vote to request it.
chairman.
Right.
Thought it was like a done,
Did,
is that it tonight or something?
I know it's like,
Yeah, it's so much.
yeah, they got a list. Yeah, it's gonna go to the board of selectmen, and it's gonna go to the finance committee.
I do have Tom Ferry's signatures on that list,
Oh, okay,
but I just don't have that copy.
okay, so Well, they haven't done the,
Talk to him, he told me to talk to
right.
Janelle.
Stormwater expenses they've been charged, but. But it's not gonna cost that kind of money. All right, I will make a. To cover the salary of the board.
So that's depleted because it was only. So it's kind of just shifting around. So it would have either been all out of one or.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Say that, your issues I have with this, however, if we do not go, this is gonna mean that doesn't get paid, and that's not right. Right.
Because it's gonna be fine. Wait a minute, I don't think there's a. So.
So then, we have to make a motion to take things out of order.
Right.
I think we should just get our.
Yeah. Discuss on your landings.
So, toilet floor. So you just use your name and contact. Number on that agenda, that's.
Can is this okay here?
Yes.
Can that be seen? Morning, my name is Paul Cussin of Delphic Associates. And I'm here to respond to the zoning board of appeals request that we have matters before the zoning board of appeals. And typically before a meeting with the zoning board of appeals, I want to be sure there are no outstanding tax issues. And this parcels very, very confusing as to what. Take you, best as I understand it, through the history of what has happened on this particular parcel. And we believe that the tax bills that the town has been what I'll call double dipping and taxing both the raw land and the individual lots. And so we have a number of questions as well, but we're here trying to resolve whatever it is that's owed. And Lorraine Russo, who is the attorney representing Able Landing LLC, is here as well as Richard Federoff, who was the developer of Stonegate Landing, what I'll call parcel A. And so I'll begin by starting with this parcel. That was, the comprehensive permit was approved in 2004, long time ago. This plan, which is on record with the Registry of Deeds, which was approved by the Zoning Board of Appeals, has a total, and what I've done is brought along this plan reduced level by easier for reference. If you could just. So the plan that I've just given you. So if you look at. So so back in 2004, this property was 2 lots. And if you look at the bottom, it was taken from the assessor's plan. Lot 9, lot 7, which that. Then also, the assessor's saying plat 9, lot 8.
So map 9, lot 7 and 8.
Correct. For a total of 66.7.
Original before the plan got up, so just to.
This plan got approved, and at that time, in 2004, 88 house lots. Now, what has happened is that since then, we've gone back to appeals and had the plan amended. To reduce the number of lots in total from 88 to 50 to 39 and 19, 58 house lots.
So 88 to 58?
88 to 58. So this plan that I give to you is the amended plan. Is 55 house lots. Plan, same 66 acres.
I thought it was 58.
It was changed from a 55 and over development to non-55. The total number of lots, there are 39, what we're gonna call parcel A, and 19 in parcel B. So parcel A, from point of view, is basically, there's an easement line going through the property. So everything, I'm not sure how much, is referred to as parcel A in the comprehensive permit, et cetera. And that is now 39 house lots.
That's 38 house lots.
Up in here was a duplex. And over here are 19 house lots. Nothing has happened to the land. Many years ago, they cleared a few trees and that was about it. Has been developed. Now, when I look at the assessor's plan, which I brought, it says that this parcel, we'll call it parcel 7, the assessor's, is 36.35 acres. It's 36 point, hard to read, 35. There's a copy from the assessor's plan.
Okay.
Hard to read that number.
So the 36.35 is completely undeveloped and not.
That's what it says, but that's totally wrong. Shows, again, 36.35 acres.
36.
Right, and that's right from what I could find on.
This is what we have out there.
No,
That's good.
This here, it looks to me. Different than this, why, I don't know.
Maybe we don't have.
This is as of yesterday.
Okay.
It's okay, I don't have all broken out, anyway. This is just different
Oh,
scale,
okay,
this is different
okay, it's
scale.
here, I was going over here, okay,
Yeah, this is
sorry.
just a different scale.
Yeah, that's-
You just gave to me. Number 7 has no acreage,
okay, yeah,
where on the plan I gave to you,
yeah, okay, I
the
got
picture,
it.
so. Yeah. Look to me
Okay.
to be.
Okay.
So I don't know, but. Yeah, I'm gonna get confused. Will be here to help me from my office. But what has happened is that, for. Assesses 9, lot 7, assesses lot 9, assesses parcel 9, lot 8, as two tax.
Yep.
Even though, at some,
So it was recorded in 2010, approved and recorded the plan, and we didn't actually put it.
so why did you record it? So-
Because there's been 3 different deeds back.
Well, that happened, and I want to get into that. That happened in November, I think it was November of 2021.
One.
That's when that happened. We can discuss that,
Okay, good.
okay? Resolve it. We're not trying to argue, or we're just trying to understand exactly what happened so that we can come to some agreeable solution as to what happened. So what happened on, houses were being developed, and every lot had a separate tax bill and got paid and so forth and so on. This land still was undeveloped. So, they never got reduced in acreage. This still says 36.5 acres. You follow what I'm saying there?
So where's 6 on that one?
What's that?
A little bit.
Okay, so I'll go through it.
Clarify that.
I'll go through it again. So,
I'm not quite sure where you're going with that, so.
okay. So this here,
You got A and B.
yeah,
No, A.
7 cuts across both sides of the easement. So your assessors lot 7 is 36.35 acres.
Okay.
From the get-go. And that's right on the plan I gave to you.
Yeah.
Now, yes,
Okay.
so now,
Develop A, then you develop B.
no, B has never been
B,
developed.
not developed, okay, so I'm clear on that, so A's developed,
So A,
7.
you got it. So A, so at that point in time, it should have been 36.5. I'm not an assessor, I don't understand, I'm just
Are
telling
you
you.
giving at the maps only?
Don't get into that detail. Don't dig that deep, we're gonna have to meet again.
I'm sure,
Obviously, property cards on the overview you're giving us today, so don't go that deep and don't
Okay.
ever do that. Both the long-time, full-time assessor.
who was that?
Mary Hathaway.
Mary Hathaway, okay.
To match what you're telling us about,
That's fine.
okay? So, obviously inform my fellow board members,
I'd like to ask, why is this complex? I mean, it appears to me, you know, what he's saying is correct. Lot is being charged as 36 acres. That part, that is lot 7 is only 12 acres.
because what he's.
It never got corrected.
Because what he's telling us is an open. She's talking individual.
Yeah, his
property.
explanation. We got to run back and double check.
I'm
Yeah,
making,
that's the way it is.
I'm making the presentation.
Yeah.
I haven't looked at it, and I wouldn't, tax records and all that.
Right.
That's important, but what I'm trying to say. That should have been adjusted, it never was.
I'm sure we can get that fixed. I'm assuming.
But now what's happening, so what's happening, so this, now, these individual bills.
That was my next question.
So now we're being taxed on the 36 acres, we're being taxed on the individual lots. Oh,
That's right, Tim.
That's the simplest explanation, right?
Right, and
so then what happened was that, Richard still is developing lot A.
Yeah.
Okay, in parcel A to raise some funds. Sold the lot, we also sold parcel B to raise funds. That was a no-no with the zoning board of appeals.
Correct.
He was in violation of the terms
Correct.
of the modification.
Correct.
So I said, Richard, what the hell are you doing?
And is that affordable housing then?
Yeah,
So you're in trouble with the state?
No.
I don't think you're-
not with the state too much, I mean, it could. By the town, the state, it's up to the town to enforce that. The state is saying, if the state is saying, if there's a violation, the state would say, if there's a violation of the comprehensive permit.
Yeah.
To bring action and do whatever they need to do.
Or I understand.
The affordables that have been sold and have been sold and everything from is up to par and it's fine. Yeah, so a deed right, so an affordable buys a house as a rider, a deed restriction that says they can't sell it for market rate, put the money in the pocket.
Right.
So that's, none of that changed.
Okay.
Violated the comprehensive.
About a year and a half ago. I'm not sure they So we'll get that, you may.
For,
2000.
right, and that's when the assessors got the deed, which triggered, I think,
Yes.
everything that's.
Sold, so the fact that it got sold, doesn't change anything, except that he was in violation of the permit. So the zoning board said, whoa, wait a minute, we gotta fix this. So we went back to the people that he sold those 2 lots to, it was 3, I think there were 3. You gotta give those back to Richard. So there's another deed on record that goes back to Stonegate, or I say Richard, Stonegate Land. And also on parcel, he has sold that to Able Landing, and that's a violation, so Able Landing sent back, so that's why there are deeds going back and forth to correct the record from the zoning board of appeals. And the 19 lots, parcel 1, parcel 2, parcel 3, 4, whatever it is. Okay, so what we're saying is that those lots, we believe, have been double dipped. Now, what happened, Lorraine went to the, she went to the town to say, hey, we've got a tax bill, hey, we wanna pay.
I was involved with all this.
So we wanna pay up through, January 1st, 2022. So she got from, okay, said, this is what is owed on parcel 7, I think it's on parcel 7. She asked on parcel 7, but your records still show this as parcel 7. So she went to the town, says, we got a bill, we want to pay the taxes up to that point. She got a municipal lien.
Yeah, well, I,
Which would be.
which would be,
Seven would be from this side of the.
right, just to date as of the end of the year, the first 2 quarters.
But that's,
Subsequent, now, we're billing 7 for that end, 8 for that end, and now we're billing 7 on the 19 lots individually.
So this was over 20. Preliminary is based off previous years, so
Right.
if we broke it out, it might not have picked up those individual lots until the actuals. But then the acreage should have been changed.
it was never changed, but I don't understand from the lay part. Why all of a sudden you're changing it now?
Make you take
I can-
Yeah, the deeds you said were flip-flopping back.
But that doesn't change anything didn't happen, okay, this should have been all assessed as approved but not improved lots.
And it might have,
It never happened, it happened in 2000 fiscal year 2020, I think, is when it first appeared.
It's
Some-
definitely fixable, it's not something. Change, and from my perspective. Going forward, okay, they're 19 lots, they're going to. So we're kind of in a precarious situation.
double
Yeah,
check, because it
right.
doesn't mean you're taxed wrong, or we're wrong, we have to search and see.
Right.
It seems to me, from a layman's point of view, that something happened, that the fact that there was and I understand assessors work normally when there's a transfer of a property, that you would take a look at the house is sold and assess it at the new price or close to that new price. That happens all the time. But that doesn't, and that's a little different, I think, than a piece of land that's being developed. So if I was paying taxes based on 300,000 and I sold it for 500,000, the next guy's gonna get a tax bill for 500,000 for a valid property. In that ballpark number. You do a windshield assessment of January the previous year of the fiscal year. I don't understand.
So when you talked about, Mr. Fedorov selling off a few lots, and the people who bought those lots, then,
They weren't people, they were investors, all people.
well, whatever, but the lots ended up.
Yes.
So is every piece.
Those that have not been, those that have
Yeah,
not
other than the
been,
ones, yeah,
those have not, like Mary Hathaway's son bought a lot, he owns that lot, he
Right.
doesn't own it.
other than the people who bought. The lots of land that.
Now,
Right,
there are 3 buildings, so there are buildings that are in construction phase that Richard presently owns,
he
that
still owns
he
them.
still owns them,
Okay.
he's building them. So when you go
Okay.
down there, you'll see 3 houses.
So what we
And the
did.
4th one is about to, hopefully this
So
year.
what we're dealing with on that is a group of people who bought their property. So that the company, the individuals you represent can buy the part they want to buy, so that they can develop it. Is that part of it?
Kind of.
Was that?
How many lots do you have left?
It.
So there are not
There's 4 houses, one's in the 40.
Yeah.
And so that's all, the roadways, the land, everything
Okay,
is.
but the lots you sold off that you shouldn't have.
is all. And,
Okay.
and that acreage, well, not only the 9, but all of. Well, right now, my quick calculation of acreage is that, the overall parcel. Our calculation here is about 12 acres. 12 acres of the 19 lots. There's 11 acres here. 22 acres here, and the balance. Given the situation and the deeds that were done to satisfy, it wasn't a sale, it was done to satisfy the requirements of the zoning board of appeals, so that's why the deeds appeared. We need to try to get that resolved so that we have a meeting, I think that's on the 26th, with the zoning board of appeals. So we're hoping to have, it's like it could be, I forget the.
Alright, so can I just? Make sure you're not taxed twice on the property. Correctly taxed.
Yes.
Right, so you guys are in a position that we. Than what we should be.
Right,
We need to
yeah.
look in. Really, from the beginning.
That's the
yeah,
One
never
time,
taxes,
yep.
oh. Those guys.
But so there is, so you're absolutely right, not necessarily, I don't know.
No.
Right, so we're supposed to clarify all that, and I understand. But.
And you're conflating two different things. First of all, assessments. First is, what is the value of the property?
Yes.
And second is, who owns the property? Who are we going to? So in the case that you're speaking here, at some point, a subdivision was approved. At that point in time, this is when those lots became individual lots. I don't care who it belongs to. I don't care who deed.
That did not happen.
So at that moment,
2004.
that's when things should have changed, that
Absolutely.
36 acres should have become 12 and all the individual lots. Then there's a separate discussion to be had. Who's going to pay all those individual lots. In my opinion, it looks that, when this subdivision was approved, that 36 acres should have become 12 and you got a bunch of individual lots. I think it was just one simple mistake made.
Could be. We don't know yet, because we haven't done the research.
No,
That's what it is. Going on with zoning and so.
But regardless of what zoning says, well, I guess you're right.
Yeah, that's why we're here.
What is the zoning issue are you saying these lots are not approved now?
No. Is that he violated
By selling, he couldn't sell.
the terms and conditions of that comprehensive permit says that Stonegate Landing, Richard Farrell, the builder, the seller, the cook, the bottle washer, all those things. He's gonna be all of that. He violated that by selling those lots.
To raise money.
So- Because what we want,
This has nothing to do with
assessing.
the lots and.
Nothing to do with.
So
We don't want to.
nothing changed. Roads are the same, the lot. The state, we're trying to, on parcel B. To amend the permit to allow that word between Stonegate Landing and Able Landing LLC.
That's a zoning issue.
Well, it's
And they won't move until we fix that stuff, right? Because that's, it's like, hey,
Okay.
so that's, all right, so we're step one. They won't move until we decide that we're on task.
Correct.
All right, so you're here to say, can you please figure this out quickly so we can move forward
Yeah.
with zoning? Because zoning's gonna say, you haven't paid your taxes, we're not gonna hear you.
Exactly. It was Able Landing's understanding.
All right, well then, that's what we're here for.
Yeah.
Is there any other questions to us?
Seven having the wrong. Because it's the only issue I've heard from you.
Well, there are two issues. Yes, you're correct that the acreage is wrong. And two, I think that the value may be incorrect as well. Because what I don't understand as a layperson is that this never got changed. So why all of a sudden, 2 years ago, decide to tax undeveloped lots? And so I'm confused about the value as well. Now, I understand what you're saying about the transfer, and that was only done
That triggers.
to accommodate the zoning board of appeals, so we could get everything back into his ownership.
Right, but we only see
I understand.
what comes across our desk.
I-
We
But
don't
we
know
are
the
going to
background.
be,
nineteen lots from Richard
Right.
legally. Because from their perspective, as of November of 20. Someplace, and I'm not sure when you.
Right. So yes, so 7 and 8 was being paid, so up until November, that November bill, that would, no changes would have taken place.
Okay.
Those 19 lots.
Right.
You would see it on that bill went out in January. You
Right.
would have seen it previous, and the 7 and 8 would have been reduced, and the lots would have been built.
In theory. Yeah.
To make it clearer going forward, simple. That we should have, I think, well, I'd like to have an agreement saying that the zoning board of appeals is going to approve the transfer to Able Lane to build these 19 lots.
It has nothing to do with that.
We're just gonna make sure that you. So let's keep it to our responsibility.
Yeah, I have a question, you talked.
Feed it back to Richard because he was in violation. I paid them to date, and then all of a sudden we learned that he needed to deed them back. But the
You pay
taxes.
taxes on it already.
Correct.
Yeah,
So you guys, like, wait a second, we pay taxes on.
Changed, and then it became.
So
Yeah, okay.
I don't know how long it would, so hopefully we're going back before the board on the 22nd, 22nd, I guess.
Today's the 8th.
And I don't know if we can get that resolved in time, or at least an
Yeah,
agreement.
it'll take some legwork.
Right.
And we're gonna have to get with.
Squared away, so we can go to the ZBA, and even
Okay.
something, if you can't figure it out, something that allows us to go forward with the ZBA. There's gonna be no issue, the master state has already approved.
Well, they push it back so long.
Technically, legally, ZBA is more of a courtesy, but we didn't want to muddy those waters, we want to get that comprehensive permit squared away. The state has already approved Able Landing.
ZBA that paid.
I was not aware of any of this, and that we needed time, and that asked when we would have information. I said something to Mrs. East today, who obviously is their office manager, so she did have the meeting, and this is what on the current employees, so they're aware of that. But there's something else I want to point out. Because there are now 2 owners involved. No,
That's why,
whole new plan for the, what I'm just saying to you, there is a lot more that's gonna happen, and if the. But we can do the, we can look
We
at
can do the tax part. Speak for any other departments.
Yeah, we can't get to that
but
until we get to.
there is no issue, but just the issue with the commissioner was that the transfer of those lots was in violation. He's the one who really.
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah,
Let's get it
yeah.
right.
So let's
So
get
we'll resolve.
That's exactly what I just said.
Right.
After today. CBA note, this is what we talked about, and it's gonna end up some research to do to figure out this whole thing. The whole issue that has come up here, well. That we can, further clarify it. So our next meeting is what, the 20?
It's 2 weeks from today. 2 weeks from
Yeah.
today.
I think it's actually the 29th. I think I really screwed up this one. Yeah.
But we should be able to get some
We
work
can
done
change
between
it
now
for
and
that.
then.
Write up some stuff, she'll send it out to you. What you remember and anything you can add. Second, so the ZBA will know we're working on it,
Okay.
and if we have to dig further or whatever.
Also go to Zach, the chairman, Karen, the chairman of the zoning board of appeals.
Well, we're gonna deal through Mrs. East today.
A copy of that.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, so
Mrs. East today will take care of it,
okay, so
so she'll take care of it.
So what I would like is that in your research and when you kind of come up with whatever it is you're gonna come up with, that that the developer is cooperative in trying to figure this out. And it would be your recommendation that these tax issues will be resolved and should not, and up to the ZBA as to whether or not they want to proceed.
What I committed to were
Well,
about
you
the taxes,
changed,
and I'm not.
you can copy it whatever you want.
Well, I just have to put your email, I didn't.
understood it, would have provided input, so that we as a board, what we discovered, and we need time to look at, we got a couple more things to check out, okay? Relative to, it's okay to let this go, I don't see us getting into that because
No, I think-
prerogative.
Well, just that we're cooperating.
Stand up with the time, this is a perfect.
Exactly as Ms. Gillard just said,
That's all right.
we're not gonna indicate to the ZBA or any other board that things are settled until they're settled.
Oh, no, no one's asking for that.
Okay.
That's fine, that's fair enough.
Yeah. I think we'll be fine with it.
Thank you very
And-
much, I appreciate it.
Now that they're recorded, they can go back to the recording and watch. They can see that.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
perfect. I like this. They want to pay.
Well, it's been for a recession. I didn't go out. You don't know that, just, you're trying to, if every child is born, graduating from high school, that's a whole generation. And the other thing, that, since well, building permits. I have 3 in where I am, and what this that house, okay? I go to the assessor, the tax collector, to the tax sales, and so, and I apply for my fourth, and anything in Stonegate has to be. So May 17, okay? They apply for tax centers for this in January. All right, so I would walk in, citizen, pay my taxes, all right. And then their application, something changed.
Yeah.
But no, we want you to know, this seems to be virus with documentation. We'll have the
Thank you for listening to
Okay.
us. Thank you for reacting.
We're trying to move this one up and make it.
Yes,
Okay.
can I keep it?
Yeah, I just
You
want-
don't, I have no idea.
I think we should just go forward with the first
First
and
and
third
third Wednesday.
Wednesday of the month.
And I
If
could
there's
just-
an issue, let us know.
And I'll
now too, so.
Right. Look, there's another cutoff time.
Because I missed it.
Watch MMA.
Yeah.
What?
MMA.
Oh, I talked
That's
about
recorded.
dirty water, and dirty air, and electricity.
So, I have the 29th, which is,
Alright, so,
do you guys want me to put the 22nd, so it's not,
see what you can do, yes, please.
does the 22nd work for you, is that your MMA thing?
Second's fine, yeah, 22nd's fine. So,
Send us an email or something.
Yeah.
so,
Doesn't have to be approved, does it?
No.
That's just one thing. Well, we just did approve, we
Is
said a
this
person
being
could.
posted?
And that's- Well, I noticed on, that one site, it says Board of Assessors as posted or something.
Website, because Valerie always does it, she's on vacation like the whole month, so Lisa knows how to do it, but
Okay.
everyone's trying to take their time, so
Yeah,
I
that's fine, yeah.
have been very busy.
Oh,
All right,
what's,
so I'll start with this,
So,
I
I
will,
mean, 22nd. Wait.
Yeah.
Schedule, okay.
and I'll email it to everyone after I figure out.
Right, and then 22nd,
Yes,
okay.
I'll make sure, as long, unless.
Work commitment, right, flag 22?
Okay, this is, that's, Dayton. See, that is their first payment
Oh,
of
it's
their pilot.
Dayton and Richmond Hill.
They changed their name halfway.
Yeah, ISM Solar.
Yeah.
This is second phase of something, right, that second phase one.
Wanted to get to
Correct.
two.
Yeah.
So that is the pilot agreement that we, a year ago, June, at the annual town meeting,
Okay.
I believe, because, you know,
They paid their 2022 bill.
Right.
Without the bill actually going to them.
Okay.
So, we've kind of had the check. The bill.
So now.
So we
That's
revised,
a lot of
so we revised the bill of phase one, the same.
Okay.
And that
so you're
is,
saying this matches the check?
yes,
Okay, so now we can catch.
changes here and all that.
so how much was that, 20-some thousand? Oh, okay, all right, that's right, it's from. They were already up and running and producing when they. So we said, okay, well, it won't be for 20 years. So you want a pilot agreement for 15 years for the rest of. No, the town doesn't sign off first, just withdraw. Well, if it doesn't get approved, that's what it did, but we had, so for the first few years they were on. So this is now beginning of the 15-year, okay?
So I move that we sign the personal property tax for DG Dayton Solar for $61,500. 99 cents.
Aye.
Goes to the account and one goes to the tax. Go on, so, remember one time, all three didn't work. Must be some old supplies that we have. Don't laugh, we did put one. What do we have, public input now?
Yeah, all the public out there.
All the public, okay. So, the minutes, anyone,
Yeah,
did we
whatever.
pass out minutes? I don't know how.
I sent,
So, who did you do?
Yeah, and then I sent them to Nancy.
Because I say that they're excellent.
So the excellent part.
so anyhow, because gone, that's why I sent it on, so don't.
So I had some, there was 2 nitpicks I had. Spelled wrong.
Okay.
Here. And
You
also,
My spell check didn't pick that up.
we should. This,
Oh, what did I do?
well, for myself,
Oh, you're billing places.
I'm billing places
No,
and
it
Mr.
should
Warren.
be, it should be,
Oh, you want
it
to
should be,
I don't care, just consistent, that's all.
most of it is William, because I
That's
changed it, but I see one right here that I missed.
I can go back through, do that, and then sign off
Yeah,
next time.
But those are super nitpicks, everything else is, this is really awesome, thank you.
okay.
So I guess we move to accept as amended, right?
So that'll go into old business now, because it was new business this time.
The old.
We've got to, yeah, we've got to,
Updated on, are all of us updated on the progress of both of those?
Oh, yes.
Very short.
Okay.
No, that ends the meeting, when I stop the
Okay.
recording. Bit more?
Jumping around, I know I'm the, oh my gosh.
There we go.